Right, we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Sports. It is the second South African derby, and the Bulls running out down in Durban, where they will face the Sharks and a very changed Sharks team. A stomach bug and apparently a calf tear to Siya Kolisi is the reason that there have been some late changes to the Sharks side. So we're going to go through the new side in just a bit, but very different to what was announced yesterday. So. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one to see how the tables have now turned, and I think the Bulls now actually ran out as favourites, to be perfectly honest. So let's go through the team, shall we? Because there is no Siya Kolisi, there is no Dylan Richardson, and I think there was a third change as well. I think it was a change on the bench. So just where's my team gone here? So the big change over here is that if you look at the Sharks front row, it is Oxenchair, Ethan Bester, and Vincent Koch. Corner roll, Jason Jenkins in the second row. It is then Pace Buthelezi, Emmanuel Tuka, and Nick Hatton starts the number 8 jersey, not Siya Kolisi. The Hendrickses partner each other in the halfback pairing. Maxwell Pimpi, Yao Penkle, and Aple Lefasi are the wings. And fullback, and then you've got a centre pairing of Andre Estesen and Ethan Hooker. Off the bench, it is Bryce Culvert, Ruan Dre, Trevin Yakane, Jean-Ray Lapis Labaskakni, Tia Tenda Mavasera, Cameron Wright, Sia Masuku, and Lorenzo Julius. For the Bulls, as announced yesterday, Gerard Senekap, Akafan Merva, Volko Low, Ruan Vermark, JF Van Heerden in that tight 5. A back row of Cameron Harnekom, who switches from the number 8 to number 6 jersey. Kobus Visa, the number 7, and Albert Lowe, the number 8. Ambrose Appear partnering Jan Goosen in the 9-10 combo. Kane Moody, Spas, the Clark, Villiru, the outside backs with Harold Forster and Stephen Gans in the centres. As we do have kickoff, and it goes to Albert Lowe, the Bulls captain for today. Solid carry from him. Off the bench, by the way, for the Bulls, it is Jan Krobbeler, Jan Hendrik Wessels, Francois Klopper, Sintu Manjesi, Marcel Coetzee, Keegan Johannes, Sergio Peterson, and Devin Williams. And let's see how things go over here. So, Kane Moody takes it very nicely out the air. And the Bulls, well, a couple of late changes in the Sharks might make things quite chaotic. So the big thing for them is to try and start well and start planting the seeds of doubt in the Sharks players' minds that maybe they're not quite prepared for this, given the recent change and the last minute changes. Ambrose Pierre goes to the boot there with Kane Moody. Updated Fassi now. It's a nice take up the air there, and a lot of pressure on him though. So Sharks inside their own territory get the first opportunity with hands on the ball, and Vincent Koch carries it up. Good tackle there coming from Volkolo. Can't wait for the front row battle. As time and attention mentioned, should be absolutely brilliant with all 4 props in this today's lineups. Currently Springboks as well, or in the tours for the last tour. So yeah, now carry for. Jason Jenkins, ball available for Jaden Henderson. He's asked for a blocker in the form of corner roll. Going to go to the butcher is Jaden. And Jan Goosen, but it's stopped backwards by Yao Penkler, and then backwards again. Cameron Harnekom comes through and makes a tackle. Not a great base pass to Manchtuka, who holds on to it well now. Jordan Henderson goes to Abel Fassi, and he sort of stabs it through. Akafan Merva is going to go back and retrieve. And then he actually left it for Willie Leroux. And pickpocketed has Ethan Hooker. Quick ball here from Andre Estes. He goes to Emmanuel Tuka. Really poor miscommunication that between Akafan Merva and Willie Leroux. And that's a horrible knock-on there coming from Ethan Bester. And then losing the forward was, well, backwards was Ambrose Pierre. But now Sebastian de Klerk. A couple of big hits all of a sudden here, by the way. It's already a much better product so far we've seen than what we saw down in Cape Town. All over the top towards Cameron Harnekom. And Ethan Hooker gets the offload away to Stephen Gans. Stephen Gans with a bit of space. Steps inside and gets the offload away, but it falls to Apple Fassi. Falls back inside to Ethan Hooker. Ethan Hooker's going to throw it forward, but a forward pass, says the referee. Apple Fassi cannot believe it. He's fuming with that call. A bit of a 50-50 call there. It's a bit harsh. I think Apple Fassi is justified in being feeling hard done by. And Ukulele saying playing rugby in SA in December is man as double saying, is it pouring in Durban or is my TV off? I don't think it is raining. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's raining. Not on my stream anyway. Coon Monster asking, why does he even bother returning to the Sharks if he's just going to ditch us again? Well, somebody had to buy him out of his racing contract, you know. So, Sharks are obliged, and then the Storm said, fantastic. Now that you're back here, you want to come back to the Cape. Huge scrum that from the Bulls. Goodness me. That is mental. And Bosa Pierre goes on the right-hand side, making a few yards. That is not a good look for Oxen Chain, Vincent Carker being hammered by Wilco Lowe and Gerard Steenekamp like that. We always thought it was going to be an interesting battle of the scrums, and that's very much first blood Bulls. Slow ball now for Bosa Pierre, looking for options. Cameron Harnicom now carrying it up off the back of a man of the match performance. And just dadded in behind by Johan Goosen. So Bulls on the front foot here. Good work so far from the away side. All right, Akafanamerva. Goes to Ruin from Mark, pops it back up to Akafanamerva. He's going to go himself. Big hit coming, but he bounces off the contact and goes back in for a second go. Bulls inside the 22 here. Bosa Pierre. Going to Wilco Lowe. Goes nice and low, does Pepsi Buthelezi. Now here's Steenekamp. He'll be feeling very confident after that first scrum. Bosa Pierre back down the right-hand side now. Skips Albert Lowe and goes to Ruin for Mark. Nick Hatton there in the number 8 jersey, not Sia Khaleesi, who apparently got a calf tear. The kick though from Billy Roos, but charged down by Ethan Hooker now. Ethan Hooker kicks it on again. Has the pace. Oh, he's left it behind. I was going to say, as the pace does Harold Forster, but then he left it behind and then lost it forward. So they'll go back for the scrum. All of a sudden, the Sharks on the front foot. Poor that from Billy Roos to be charged down in that kind of situation. Was looking for that little chip over the top. And now the Sharks are going to have an opportunity to try and make amends for that first scrum, where they were very lucky not to be penalised. But they will have the foot in. Villaroo, such an important part of this Bulls side. Apparently, potentially on the move. Potentially going to the Premiership next season. Is the current rumour. Couple of Stormers fans in there. I mean, mate, who takes a Stormers flag to a Bulls versus Sharks game? Strange vibes. There's a decent crowd in, though, to be fair, at Kings Park. And they're going to take the points here of the Sharks. There's actually a penalty, they're saying, there from after that. And Jordan Henderson is going to take the first 3. So, yeah, after a very sloppy start from the Sharks, they, in fact, will take first blood in this clash. I don't think the Bulls will mind too much they're taking the 3. They've started well, had a nice scrum, so they'll be feeling quite confident at the moment. Be frustrated that they're going to concede 3, but very confident after that start. And Hendrickson makes no mistake. Ball sails over the top, and that will be the first points of the game. Off the boot of Jordan Henderson, who yesterday was nominated for Young Player of the Year. Tyrone Hedges saying, I don't think Harnicom has a weakness in his game. Yo, proper all-around good player, isn't he? Got the great skill set, got the physicality, got the athleticism, good rugby brain as well. Very underrated part of the game. People who are intelligent with that rugby intelligence. It's a good take that from Jason Jenkins underneath the kick-off. Ball available here for Jaden Hendrickson. Partnering his brother once again. And knocked back as well, Michael's on with Pimpy. And Cameron Honeycomb gets a hold of corner roll. The ball pops up and then goes backwards. Then kicked on by the Bulls. Jordan Henry's going back under a lot of pressure here from, I think it's Harold Forster. He gets the ball flown away to Upper Fussy. He brings up that torpedo on his left boot. And it does bounce over Cameron Honeycomb. And decides not to quickly. Really good kick there from Upper Fussy to relieve Sharks of the pressure. All the way back on the halfway line. Fussy wanted to have a word with the referee. Not entirely sure what that was about. But good scrambling there from the Sharks because that could have ended really, really badly. We're barking out a few instructions. And now we're feeding people. Is it the Christmas mood? Yeah, I meant to go get a Christmas hat. I'll try and see if I can get one at half time. I actually don't know if I actually own one, to be fair. I'm going to try and do the whole Christmas vibe. And that is not straight back from him over. And I'll have to go again. Good as me. Sonny Bloom with a super chat saying, love your content. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Very, very generous. Really appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you guys. And yeah, jeepers. I can't believe it is Christmas, to be honest. I can't believe the fun fact, by the way, in a week's time, we're going to be doing this watch along of the Stormers versus Sharks. A bit of an in the bush type vibe. We're going to try anyway. I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi is like. We're going to try our best to do the watch along. That's not. But a massive thank you to Sonny Bloom. That's very, very generous of you. And a big shout out to everybody who supported the channel throughout the year. The crumb's gone straight down. Yeah, I think the scrum battle is going to be so, so interesting. You know, you've got 4 boxes going at each other. More boxes to come off the bench, to be honest, in the form of Jan Hendrik Wessels, Jan Kobler, all capped. Ruan Dredd, Trevor Nukani, both capped. In fact, the only uncapped front rows playing today are Ethan Bester, Bryce Calvert, and Francois Klopper. So 3 out of the 12 front rowers are uncapped. It's quite hectic, actually. That's mental. Right, Indra Estes is the first receiver. Pops it up to Ethan Hooker, who loses it forward. Cameron Honeycomb is going to go clean up. Can't quite hold on to it. They'll go back for the knock-on. So, big opportunity now for the Sharks to have a big go. Or the Bulls rather to have a big go at scrum time. Right, Bulls scrum. A bit of a scrappy last few minutes as we go, just go past the 10-minute mark. Hopefully get more what's the word I'm looking for? Accuracy. I'm looking for accuracy out here. Blue Mars saying, wonderful year for you in the channel. It's been a joy to watch you grow throughout the years. Well, thank you very much. And it's been a joy to have you guys in the chat. We only exist because of you guys. This is the thing. I only get to do what I do because you guys jump in here on the chat and on the weekends, giving me your views and your time. That's a massive scrum from the Bulls. Goodness me. And Brosa Pierre sniping. Inside ball. Not quite going to hand to Cameron Honeycomb there, but picked up by Albert Lowe. He's going to have a go here. In fact, I think it was actually Koos Visa who was right there. Now, ball available here with a penalty advantage for the Bulls. And they go to... well, it's a big hit coming through on Johan Goosen. But surely we'll go back for the penalty. They are going to go back for the penalty. Jordan Henderson thought he was off, but not quite being called back. And that's worrying signs if you are the Sharks scrum coach. Yeah, I actually don't know who it is, to be fair. Or forwards coach. Oren White is a lineouts, and he's doing scrums. So I actually don't know who the Sharks scrum coach would be. But worrying signs, given the fact that the Bulls are absolutely decimating them. As Johan Goosen goes and does not find touch. Our Pentley does really well to keep that in. Up there, Fussy now will look to find touch, but inside Bulls territory with that left boot of his, if possible. Doesn't quite get it there, but you know, they've got a line out just past the halfway line versus in the 22. So Yao Pinkley has done the business there. I can find him over, looking for a couple of calls here. Not sure what the chat is. And ball goes over the top and is tapped back towards Embrace for Pierre. And the ball eventually falls to Johan Goosen, steps away from Jordan Henderson, who is alive to the threat. Ball bobbles up. And a penalty coming for the Bulls. No release is the call from the referee. So they'll go back for another penalty. And they need to be a bit careful here with their discipline here to the Sharks. And they're going to take the points here, the Bulls. So, yeah, and who hasn't seen enough, he's going to call for the T. Yeah, what a year it has actually been. Very, very cool year. It's obviously things were a bit quiet at the beginning of the year with the obviously we had all kind of have a Rugby World Cup hangover. But it's been another really, really cool year. Absolutely love what I do. And love the community that we have with you guys. It's always really cool to spend our time with you guys. We've had a very good year. We've done almost 11 million views. Grown some subscribers by about 15,000 people. So, yeah, it's been a cool year. A very, very cool year. Next year's going to be bigger and better. I'm also sitting in what's close to my dream studio. A bit more of a live element to it than the green screen vibe, which has also been quite cool. I don't know why the Bulls have got a red card. That is no longer. My bad. My bad. He's got the distance there, Jan Goosen, but not the accuracy. So that slice to the left-hand side. Oh, no. Fans are fuming. She's fuming. There's about a 5-year-old fan. And she was not happy with that kick from Johan Goosen. Also rebranded as well, actually. Yeah, I think that was a big thing. It was quite a scary thing to do when you do a rebrand. Whether it's going to be a good one, whether it's going to work, whether people are going to like it, whether people are going to identify with them more, for example. You know, is the case of don't fix what's not broken, but I'm very, very happy with what it looks like now. I'm very excited for the projects we have in the works. So, yeah, shout out to you guys for making it all possible. The restart going to Johan Goosen. He pops it up to Ulrich Lowe, the Sheriff, as he's known at the Bulls. And not too much on, and then Stefan Hunt's going, but there's a knock on. Harold Forster not having a good time at the moment. Needs to do a lot better, does Harold Forster. Jake White was a bit grumpy last weekend with all the water breaks and the result they got. So he's desperate for a win to try and have a decent Christmas. Otherwise, he's going to be a very grumpy man at Christmas, man. Right, on the right-hand side, good work there, but it's a poor pass up very fast to Yao Pinkley. He has to go and retrieve it, then runs into Villeneuve, who's desperately trying to... He actually rips the ball into out of the hands. The question is, did he do that before or after Yao Pinkley was in touch? Call coming from Amy Barrett-Turon. Haven't actually seen her put it on yet. This could actually be a Sharks line-out. So let's wait and see, shall we? People might say, Mrs. Werner Koch. Yeah, I'll tell you what, lots of people weren't particularly sad when he left, and I thought they were going to miss him, and the Bulls now knocking it on. Scrappy game, people. It's a scrappy game. And the last game was also scrappy. So, you know, if we could start getting a bit more accuracy and just start looking generally a bit better, people, I'd be very appreciative of that. Because I didn't come here to waste my time watching scrappy rugby. You know? Oh, yeah. Who's going off here? Is that Nick Hatt? No, I think that could be. I'll tell you what. I mean, there's a late change. Dodon Richardson, no Bongi Manambi. And it was a late change, and it was a start for Ethan Bester, but he's just gone off, which means that Bryce Culvert has come onto the park. And it looks like Bester's, I don't know if he's concussed. He's being assisted out there, but yeah, not ideal at all. So Bryce Culvert is on. He is, I think that's actually could be his first game. I don't remember ever playing for. Yeah, so this is his first game of his career. Well, best of luck to him, Match. Welcome to the big leagues. The youngster, born in 2003. The child shows how young these blooming kids are. But what a chance, what an opportunity. As Blue Monster says, make a name for yourself, kid. I mean, straight on with a lot to play now. You're going to play a full 60 minutes. Is there ever a time to try and impress and show that you're ready for this level? This is the kind of opportunity you want, isn't it? Not that you want a teammate to get injured, but yeah, to get a nice hour. No, she's not going to get pulled off. You know, you don't sit there worry about your mistakes. Go out there and play. Big scrum coming from the Bulls. A lot of pressure there. And Jaden Henderson goes to Alpekla, who breaks the line. Alpekla's got a bit of space. Brought down by Villy LaRue and falls in front of Harold Forster. Gets cleared away well. Pick up and go from Andre Esterhazen. Bulls defense is scrambling. Slow ball now. Yeah, Bakazoma Pippi picks up and, you know, he doesn't actually leaves it for Emmanuel Tuka, who makes a couple of yards. Henderson now goes to Makazoloma Pimpi. He's driven backwards. Big tackle coming from Jay van Heerden. And straight over goes Jaden Hendrickson. That was bizarre from the Bulls. There was just like nobody there. There was no pillar, no post. And Jaden Hendrickson almost couldn't believe the space he suddenly saw in front of himself. And he said, thank you very much, and dives over. How easy was that? That's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Great break initially with the back of the scrum. It was a big scrum from the Bulls. So it looks like they're going to have the scrum battle, yeah. Yeah, very, very poor defending. Jake White will not be impressed with that at all. And Jordan Henderson taking all the time in the world to come. The shot clock sitting at only 39 seconds, 38 now. There's something right in front, so it's not like he has to rush this. Quite a cool looking ball, isn't it, the URC ball? Maybe you get one of our shells. Yep, no issue over there. And the Bulls the Sharks extend the lead to 10 points to 0. This is not what I need, by the way. I've got a bit of a Hail Mary bet going to turn $268 into $4,500. Need the Bulls to win for that. So not looking good at the moment. Down the right side. Good take that from Jason Jenkins, and Cameron Harnicorn is there to bring him. In fact, it's Corbus Visa. Look very similar, those two. Hendrickson goes to the boot. Makazoma Pimpi will give chase. And plays it very well to the Pimpi up against Sebastian de Klerk. Sharks doing a lot of things right at the moment. Oxenchair going to Pesi Buthelezi. And he makes a very good carry. Ball available for Hendrickson. Goes to Hendrickson. And still Hendrickson. Once again, now it's Hendrickson to the left-hand side. The ball's been knocked backwards is the call. Hendrickson on the screen at the moment. Oxenchair now showing go from Andreas Days and bumps off one, eventually brought down. And Akvan Merva wants to get over that ball, but a good cleaning coming from Pepsi and Vincent Koch. Ball eventually available for Jaden. He's going to go to the butcher. And it's gone too far, so they should be able to mark this, as Validu does. Skateboard saying, the Bulls in blue and Sharks in white. Bulls are in blue, Sharks are in black. And Apele Fassi has taken that quickly from the line out. And a bit of space now for Apele Fassi. Lots of space now for Apele Fassi. Well, just the pass not quite into the hands of Makazoma Pimpi, who kind of had to time his run to try and start getting... But, from a standing start, it was always going to be difficult to get that ball to him. But a nice opportunity that from Apele Fassi. So it'll be a scrum for the Bulls. Need to get into the game here to the Bulls. You and me, we can light up the sun. So how's everybody spending their Christmas period? Who's going away? Where are we all going, people? What are the December plans? Are we care Decembering? I Decembered a little bit too hard last night, so it's been a long day. But are you guys Decembering? Where are we going? Are we all watching from home? Are we on holiday? What are the chats, people? Also, what is the go-to Christmas meal? Do oaks brine, turkey, roast? What's the chat? In fact, we might actually even make that the poll. What is your Christmas meal? Asking the real questions, yeah. And I'll ask you, is it a turkey? Is it a braai? Is it gammon? I've asked between turkey and a braai. I didn't actually mean to. I wanted to give more options, but it's another penalty at scrum time here for the Bulls. Asking the real questions here. Braai or turkey? What are you guys doing for Christmas? What is the chat? We do a very traditional roast in my household. Turkey, gammon, starters, dessert, the works, Yorkshire puddings. Get in my belly. I'm putting on weight faster than friggin' Vilco Low and a... Yo, that's a bigger kick. Faster than Vilco Low and a butchery is where I was going. Yeah, I'm actually going to redo this poll because I want to throw gammon in the mix there or a roast. What is the Christmas meal? Roast turkey. I want to throw in a gammon because I know a lot of people do that. I'm going to throw in a braai, or I'm going to throw in a different roast. And it's a very good defense that from the Sharks with the line. They bundled them over art and touch. Right, asking the real questions. Go and vote. Well, let me know what your Christmas meal is. Blue Monster said, do people eat turkey in South Africa? I never had it before. Woolworths do like a pre-stuffed turkey that is phenomenal on a sandwich. Goodness me. Like my most exciting thing is a turkey sandwich the next day. I'm excited already. And another penalty though, by the way. So actually, the ball's even further infield into the 22. I can find them over waiting to put the ball in the line. They're about 18 meters out. Jan's on the braai train. I've never done a braai for Christmas. I know a lot of people do. We just don't. I'm going to be braaiing all of next week. That's a nice line out there. Rosa Pierre goes to Harold Forster. Good tackle coming from Andre Esterhuizen. Ball available. And it goes to Cameron Harnicombe in that number 6 jersey. Coming off the man of the match performance. Pops it up to Rosa Pierre. Oh, good step from Rosa Pierre. And acceleration. He goes to Cobus Visa, who's over. Great work that from the Bulls. Good continuity. Actually, the injection of pace from Rosa Pierre. He's such a good sniper of space. Not quite got the acceleration of like a Grant Williams, for example, but he's deceptively fast, and he just creates that half gap. But the entire thing is a good move here. Ball over the top to Ambrose Pierre, then flat to Harold Forster. It's a good tackle from Andre Esterhuizen, but it's the continuity here. Pick up from Cameron Harnicombe. He sucks in 2 defenders. There's far too much space. Ball pops up, and Ambrose Pierre steps around S and Jenkins, then offloads to Cobus Visa, who's coming in at a good angle. He crashes over. The Bulls hit back with a kick to come, and this game is well and truly back on. And Skateboard Scooter Attachment saying they're going with the gammon. So the gammon does seem to be playing second, yeah. So it's quite even votes actually between the gammon and the braai, yeah. That's 13 votes. So please do continue voting. Let me know what you guys are eating on Christmas, and what are you guys doing? Is anybody going away? Anybody somebody cool? Anyone going overseas? 7 points to 10 at the moment. The Bulls trading by 3 points after 25 minutes. Be feeling a lot more confident after that try. And into the hands of Ulrich Lowe. Good take from him. Good restart that from the Bulls. And Rosa Pierre goes to the boot. And we'll look to find touch. Blue Monster saying, Stephen, I'm feeling you don't like the Sharks. What you feel, I don't like the Bulls either. The Bulls, however, have not decimated my team. You guys have got Vincent Stuka, Emmanuel Stuka, Jordan Hendrickson, Rue Andrea, flipping Carly Sardi, and that's in the last 2 seasons. So I'm just very sour about the Sharks at the moment. I'll get better though. I'll get better, to be fair. I'll try. But It sucks that I have to watch all my boys, my OG boys, in a Sharks jersey. It's a horrendous line, and it falls to Jan Kursen. But yeah, I'm not a Bulls fan either, to be fair. Probably Storm is my second team, I reckon, which is a weird one. Ooh, ball bubbles up. And Kane Mooney's putting a lot of pressure in there. Updated Fassi's topped that back in. That's a nice set of skills from him. And Culvert is back. The youngster on debut. Jade Hedge asks for a couple of blockers. He's going to go to the butcher. Needs to find a good contestable kick, and he lifts it high in the air. And yeah, Penkley gives chase. High working extent. I mean, wing is Penkley, but it's a good take from Jan Kursen. Ball goes backwards, and Cameron Harnekom is there on hand. And Broseph here, slow ball now. He's going to return the favor. He's also going to go to the boot now. Jason Jenkins. Well, sure, it's penalty advantage because he couldn't actually kick that. Could have been Broseph here. And they go to the boot, and I'll tell you what. I don't know if that's entirely inside the half. That could be a 50-22 from Billy LaRue. Either way, it's a phenomenal kick from him. The question is, how good? How good? Is it a 50-22? Or was it taken back into their own half? I think my Pimpies let this one go, and I think it's to the detriment. I think this should be a Bulls lineout, in which case it'll be a phenomenal kick from Ville. Oh, and Ville. Is indeed a Bulls lineout. That's so good from Ville. Goodness me. Just into the space. Bounces just before the 22. Just rolls out in there. Big opportunity now. Akvanamova. Good line out. Goes to Jeff and here. And coming around and pops off the back. And he pops it up to Harold Forster. Harold Forster's a good line. Sebastian de Klerk. Now this is Harold Forster. And Harold Forster is over Sharks defense in tatters. And the Bulls have gone bang, bang into the lead. Yeah, that guy, he looks passionate. He looks like that one fan, the guy on screen now. He looks like the one fan you don't want to sit next to. That fan that will be in your ear the entire time if your team is losing. But his team is not losing. His team have just scored another try, another good set piece. Good work there from Sebastian de Klerk. Inside ball to Harold Forster, and no one able to bring him down. Vincent Koch and I think it was Culvert, the two trying. They were so close to the try line by the time they actually got to him. It was pretty easy in the end. And the Bulls, well, they took a while to get going. Some points on the clock. Points on the board. But now they're in full flow. Flags raised as well. And they go 14 points to 10. And I think a lot of that is the confidence they've gotten from the scrums. But that's 2 lineouts, 2 set pieces, 2 pre-planned moves. I think it's Jordan Henderson who slips that tackle. Can't slip a tackle like that. He's the one that allows Sebastian Clark straight through the gate. Creates that space. All first to Harold Forster on his right. And Bulls into the... Yeah, I busted. It's a full Kings Park. Henderson gets underway as we approach the half-hour mark. Albert Lowe once again underneath it. Oh, a bit of a juggle from him. Gets away from one. Interesting decision, you know, the makeup of this loose trio, because all of these players can play in potentially different positions. So you could have Kubas Visa at 6, Albert Lowe at 7, and Cameron Harnekom at 8. Very interesting that Cameron Harnekom isn't the number 6 jersey. A lot of people talking about the fact that could be where his Springbok career lies. Kubas Visa slipping the tackle there. Jordan Hendrickson making a couple of meters. Jaden now going to the left-hand side to Stuka at first receiver, but the ball is lost and then turned over by Albert Lowe on the ground. Good work that from the Bulls, but there was a knock-on. It will be a Bulls put in there, so this could well be a penalty incoming. Such has been the dominance of that Bulls scrum. Right, another scrum here, past the half-an-hour mark. It's getting into a better game, to be fair. First game was sloppy, last 15 have been a bit more polished. Still a couple of mistakes, but probably in general has been a bit of a higher standard than what we saw in Cape Town. A reset here. We'll check from the referee before we go again. Vincent Clark and Oxenchair under serious pressure at the moment. Let's see if they can conjure up another penalty here from the Bulls. Lots of work coming there from Oxenchair. The arm is up. Ambrose Pierre wants to go himself, and he puts in the grabber in behind. And Upper Varsity will go and shepherd and crib it, but we'll go back for the penalty. That Bull scrum is having an absolute field day at the moment. I don't know how Sharks fix it, to be honest. But they can't just keep being decimated like that, because it's just going to keep alive the Bulls to go back time and time again. And I think it's Currie Stenicom and Vincent Cochran is the issue. No, you can see Oxenchair loses his footing on the far side there. I think that's 3 scrum penalties now from the Bulls. For the Bulls, rather. Right, Jan Goosen. He's going to go down the right-hand side. Really barking a few instructions with him. I think basically saying make sure. Not a great kick from Jan Goosen, but he does find touch inside the 22. It's quite low, so much more people was a bit further out. He probably could have kept that in. Maybe that's what Viliru said, basically. Keep it low. And a very bit of a worried looking John Plumtree watching on. So Warren Wadley to his right. Legendary Lions captain. Should have been a World Cup winner. Akvanamova goes to Jeff and Head in the front of the line out. Good work there from him. And they managed to shift them all as well to the left-hand side. Now a couple of other forwards getting stuck in. Cause once is the call there. Shifted out to the right-hand side this time. Still going forward is just rolling more. Looking really, really impressive. And now the ball's there and available for Ambrose Pierre. Sebastian de Klerk once, as does Cameron Hanekom. Steven Gans there as well. Gets away from the tackle of Pespoot Lazy. Makes a few yards, there's Hanekom. Yeah, penalty advantage for hands on the ground there from Calvert. Now Arvid Low. Ambrose Pierre presents well for Ruan Ackerman. Ruan from Mahawk. Ambrose Pierre now. Little tab over the top for Viliru, but it's well taken by Apple Fassi. And they'll go back for another penalty. So all the pressure right now on the Sharks, and they're just not dealing with this Bulls pack at all. I'll tell you what, I'll be tempted for a scrum. 5 meter line out, maybe, but a scrum, the way they're scrumming at the moment, you keep scrumming, you can get one of those players binned, and I'll tell you what, yes, you do have Ruan Dre and Trevor Nikani on the bench, but you get Ruan Dre onto that field, who's covering, funny that both of them can actually play at loose and tight head. Yeah, they have called for a scrum. Yeah, I think that's the right decision. They're so confident at the moment, so they're going to have a go here. Right, can the Bulls try and even get a penalty try if they have a couple of back-to-back scrums? The main thing is get a penalty advantage, have a bit of a third, roll the dice. Dark Arts is scrummaging. Won't find me in a scrum. No. Another big shot. Ball's down. Penalty advantage as well here. Rosa Pierre. Chip over the top for Viliru. Cross kick towards Kana Moody. Tackled out by Apple Fassi. But they'll go back for another penalty. I'll take another scrum. Take another scrum. Just keep going. See if you can get one of them sent off. Maybe a tap and go. No, they seem to be appearing for a scrum. So I think they've actually got options here. I think they're saying that he was tackled out in the air was Kana Moody. Yeah, so Oxen Chair once again has been penalised. And I think they're going to go to the fast. They're having another scrum. They've just shifted to the left area to get into some clean ground. Serious pressure now for this Shark scrum. And everybody was very keenly waiting to see what was going to happen with the scrums. But at the moment, it's very much one-way traffic. And it's the Bulls who are absolutely decimating the Sharks. Mark Sony saying that Oxen Chair ate too many salads this week. Yeah, I mean, come on, surely, but a Christmas cake's going around, yeah. Right, there we go. In the setup here. A few minutes to go before half time. Bulls would love to go in with a third try. Just over 3 minutes left on the clock. This time, much better from the Sharks. There's going to be a second shove. Pick up and go from Ulrich Low. And Jaden Hendrickson has forced a knock on. That is absolutely brilliant from him. Really, really, really good. He waited, he timed it to perfection. And he's managed to knock the ball out of Ulrich Low's hands. And one scrum too many, apparently. I still think it was the right option. Just to Varsity getting caught. Well, actually, it was Ulrich Low getting caught in the ball there. Just so well, just Jaden Hendrickson just runs and jumps, dives at him, causes that knock on. Very, very good work from the Springbok scrum off. But we got another scrum, so Bulls could yet have another go here, but this is now Sharks put in. Yeah, still a lot of pressure coming from Oxenchair. Scrum goes down when it's available at the back. And Andre Esterhazen runs into Jan Husten, throws him around. Eventually brought down by Cameron Harnekom. He's up to the task. Now Manuel Stuka. Ball available for Jaden Henderson. Eventually asks for a couple of blockers. He needs to try and find a good clearance here. It's not gone particularly far. It's contestable. Kenny Moody's there. Comes up forward, I think, of Yao Penkler. So they'll go back for another scrum. But no, never mind. Apparently not. I'm a bit confused about that. I think the referee saying we came backwards off a Bulls player, maybe. Varsity now goes to the boot. Put that quite far. Don't think my Pimpy will get there. It does, actually. And Jan Husten was knocked forward eventually there, I think, by my Pimpy. So it'll be another Bulls scrum. And just as I've spoken about the fact that the quality of the game had gotten better, it's now slowly getting a bit worse. Not ideal at all. But it goes straight through the hands of Johan Goosen. And then he knocks it backwards. This should actually probably be a Sharks scrum, in all honesty. But sloppy last 5 minutes. Very, very sloppy. Not much rugby being played. Bit of treatment there for Cameron Harnekom. He's had a strong start to the game. The number 6 jersey. Bit of a different role for him today. And Vincent Koch getting some ice on that right shoulder as well. So the clock has turned red. In theory, this will be the final play of the half. And unless it's been... Right, let's see. There's a Bulls scrum. Let me look at the crowd there. A couple of young fans in, which is good to see. Good to see the next generation of fans and players, maybe, in the stadiums. But still waiting to see exactly who's... Is it the line out, actually? I'm confused here. Oh, so Bulls line out now. Okay, all right, well. There you go. It has to be something, I suppose. Right, last play of the half. Akafalomova goes to JF van Heerden. Good take. Pops it up to Brosa Pierre. And Brosa Pierre says, thank you very much puts it into touch. At halftime, it is 14 points to 10. Bulls leading the Sharks. Deservedly. Sharks started off well, but the Bulls have slowly started getting themselves a bit of dominance. A big half to come coming up. Please don't go away. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. And we'll see you guys all in a bit. Right, we are back for the second half and last half of rugby for the Wolves this year. The Sharks not quite. They play against Stormers next week, but a big half to come. And the Sharks got a defensive line out inside their own 22, and now it looks like they've been actually called back for a bit of a TMO check, and looks like they're going to progress further down the park. A very, very big half this for the Sharks, who at the moment remain in the URC top 8, but not miles, above the rest. So a win for them would be very vital. A win for the Bulls keeps them in that sort of top 4 race, which is also very important in terms of having to try and be in that top 4 come the end of the season to try and get that home quarter final. So at the moment, Bulls kind of sitting in 3rd place. They've got a 3-point lead on Cardiff, who've got obviously an extra game on the Bulls. Also, African sides currently sitting with a game in hand on the rest, which will be caught up next week for the Bulls, for the Stormers and the Sharks. Nice little overlapping run here from the Sharks. Good tackle there from Stefan Gans on Makazuma Pimpi. So Sharks starting quite well in the second half. Nice carry there from Pepsi Boudelese. Good tackle on him though as well. As Jane Henderson decides to come on the left-hand side. Not much space on the right. Corner roll. Very nice carry here. Deputizing for Eminence a bit, which he does do quite well, to be fair. Nice young players, corner roll. Lots of talent there. Slow ball here for Jaden Hendrickson, and he goes to his brother, who goes short to Vince Cock, who offloads to Oxenshire. Wasn't really expecting it. The ball falls back to Jordan Hendrickson. And a nice start to the game here as Jordan in the first half. Now Jaden goes back to Fussy. Fussy now lifted in the air. Ethan Hooker's going to give chase, as is Mapimpi. Jason Jenkins is around there as well. The ball's allowed to bounce, and it bounces backwards 200 air stays, and then a long pass out wide back towards uplated Fussy, who now goes for distance down the left-hand side, but he's completely overcooked that, and that'll be a Bulls line out well inside Sharks territory. You can see how annoyed he is with himself there at uplated Fussy, and he should be, because there's not a good kick at all. And he's put a lot of pressure onto his side with that kick. Right, so 100 people have voted, and the Christmas meal choice, by the way, is a braai with 55%. Very, very interesting there. Now the question is, who's going to win this game? Now we've seen a half, for example. We know where these teams are at. Where are we seeing this game going? Between the Bulls and the Sharks, obviously. What's the chat? What's the chat? Who are we backing at? There we go. The poll's up in the comments, and they're going through a rolling more of the Sharks, the Bulls, by the way, with Johan Krabbeler on. They've got a penalty advantage. I don't think there was any other subs there. Or I think that actually might be Nick has been on the entire time. And Pentler has knocked the ball on. They already had a penalty advantage. Villaroo's asking for a potential card there, which would have happened if it was the Lions in the last game, because it did. But Emmanuel Stuka being explained by the referee why he was penalised there. And going back to the mark, just outside 22. Penalty for the Bulls. Jan Krabbeler on. I imagine they'll go to the corner here and take the line out. Bulls looking for that third. Well, actually, they want a bonus point, really. With the Sharks at the moment sitting in the top 8. The Lions as well. So Edinburgh Connect still to play this weekend. And so ideally for the Lions, if they were to lose, then Lions would actually remain in the top 8 with a game in hand. So actually, the Lions can go as high as joint 3rd with the Bulls, but assuming the Bulls need to lose those games for that to happen. Yeah, the Bulls are on the front foot here, 5 meters out ball with Jan Krabbeler. And the Bulls come to a grinding hold. I'm not sure they'll be able to get the ball. No, never mind. Ruin for Marcos on the left-hand side. Keep on calling him Akman. I don't know why. And penalty for the Sharks, though. I think it's Andre Esterhuizen who's won that at the breakdown. Big, big moment there for the Sharks. And it's the big man of all people who wins the breakdown. And the Bulls, you felt if the Bulls scored there, then that could have been big problems for Sharks. So that would have then been 3 unanswered tries, potentially 21 unanswered points that the Bulls would have scored. And it's difficult mentally to come back from that kind of momentum. But they do win the penalty, and Jordan Henderson kicks the Sharks further upfield. Doesn't look like any other subs coming on just yet. All right, Trevor Nakani onto the park in place of Vincent Cock. Interesting to see if that helps with the scrum issues. A horrible lineup for the Sharks. Thankfully for them, the Bulls have knocked it on. They basically threw the trade into the Bulls' hands. Very, very weird one, that. And we can initially already see what Trevor Nyakane might do to the scrum. So he has just come on for Vincent Koch. He'll make the scrum a bit heavier than anything else. He's a bigger player than Vincent Koch. Loves a good scrum, does Trevor. But big opportunity now for him to show his worth up against Currie Steenkamp. He's been dropped out of the Springbok squad as Trevor. Well, not really. Yeah, not from a form point of view, more from an age point of view. But he'll tell you that he's still got some fuel left in the tank. He's 35 years old. Is Trieza, as he's known. Huge scrum that. No, and they've actually won the penalty and the turnover here. Have the Bulls. That's incredible. Ambrose Appear now. Brought eventually down by Jordan Hendricks. They're on the front foot. 10 meters out to all the Bulls with the penalty advantage as well from the scrum. And it was the Sharks put in as well. They go back, and then this is just an absolute disaster. This is what's going to win them for the Bulls. It's the scrum. They are chowing them. And Cameron Hanekom's actually down with an injury here. Doesn't look particularly happy. I don't know if Albert Lowe's pointing to the poles or pointing to the corner there. I think he's got a blood nose here, does Cameron Hanekom. Or just a knock on his face. Yeah, they are taking the points to all the Bulls. That'll be 17 unanswered points if Jan Person slots this. Right, he's missed one tonight, has Johan Person. This one relatively straightforward, so this should be an extra 3 points to the Bulls. And it is. Flags go up, and there it is. Bulls 17, Sharks 10. Game starting to get away from the home side, who need to start trying to turn out that momentum, but the scrums are just so one-sided. I don't quite know how they managed to fix that. As I said, they're under serious pressure. They've made a change, and it's not made any difference whatsoever. All right, Hendricks up. Goes down that right-hand side. Albert Lowe underneath it once again. And almost burst through a bit of a gap. Could carry that from Albert Lowe. They've lost the safety of the 22, though, so can't kick this into a touch with Bruce Pierre. Not that they often do these days. You know, Lions do, but a lot of teams will kick contestables like this, with Kane Moody giving chase. And very important for scrum to be very accurate. And Kane Moody gets there. The ball bubbles off, I think, of Aprile Fassi. It will be a Sharks line out. So actually saying that's coming off of Kane Moody. Much better on the wing, in my opinion. Kane Moody, I don't think he's ready yet to move to outside centre. Who does this come off of? Yeah, I think it is off of Moody, to be fair. I think that's the right decision. So it'll be a Sharks line out. It's just inside their own half. Aprile Fassi, what a year he had. If there was a breakout sort of player of the year or most improved player, he would have that this year. I mean, was dropped out of the squad a couple of years ago. Told him what he needs to go improve. There's a story that he played all the Sharks game with a Springbok jersey underneath. Not entirely sure how true that is. But he's got himself back into that national setup and he's absolutely cooking for the Boks as well. Had a really, really good year. In a year where we didn't have Damian Williams set up for any games, he stepped up and was really good. Right, Culvert is getting some instructions for the lineup as we approach that 50-minute mark. And it's a message on the Bulls actually come away with it. Really good work there for the Bulls. So turnover ball here. The Sharks not managing to get too many things right so far in this half. Ambrose Pierre goes back to Jan Koos in the pocket. He lifts it in the air. And Sebastian de Klerk's in the come in field to contest with Andre Esthuizen. Andre Esthuizen fumbles it. And then Ethan Hooker fumbles it. Ball gets stabbed behind by Harold Forster. No knock on anything like that. Maxima Pimpy coming away with it. He's going to chip over the top into some space and give it some chase. Ball bumps up to Jan Koos. And he sees a bit of space on that right-hand side. He's searching for that 50-22. Bounce to the ball. It's going to save Varsity. It needs to stop. Needs to hit a house. It will not. It'll be a scrum all the way back inside Bulls territory where Jan Corson kicked a big mistake that from the Bulls number 10. And he's allowed the Sharks deep inside his own half. And the Sharks needed a bit of a break and they've gotten it. Now can they make it count is the question. Really good crowd in that Kings Park, and why not? And why not? You know, I'd be interested to see how many of those down there are from other parts of the country. Actually, obviously, lots of people flocking down to Durban for the festive season, and why not then go pop in and watch a bit of a game of rugby? It'd be interested to see a lot of the Bulls supporters there. I'm sure are probably from Pretoria and maybe down there for Christmas. So Sharks scrum on the 10-meter line, pretty solid one. And Dan Henderson gets it out nicely and easily, and Jordan Henderson popped it up to nobody. So Kane Moody's eventually dived on the ball. So Bulls once again back with possession. And Rose Pierre goes over the top. And it's a nice kick as Upper Varsity has to go back and fetch inside his own 22. Now he's going to kick and chase himself. He's put that quite far down. Now Rose Pierre is going to return the favour. Kane Moody's going to give chase as well. It's just inside the 22. It's too far from Rose Pierre. But Andre says doesn't mark it. And gets away. Well, eventually brought down. And loses it forward. Turnover ball. You have Marcel Coetzee just come onto the park. Looks like that's for Kubus Visa. Now here goes Ruin for Mark. It's a strong game. It's Ruin for Mark. Very underrated player. Oh, that's a horrible kick from Billy. He tried to kick over the top. And that's bounced back towards the Sharks. Eventually falls to Jaden Henderson. He pops it to his brother, Jordan Henderson. He wants to put the hammer down. He sees a bit of space. Now Ethan Hooker goes back inside to Jordan Henderson. He goes back inside and Bruce Pierre. There's so many men here. He chips it ahead. That's a bit of a race on. I think Sebastian Leclerc's going to win this. Why? I tell you what, he's actually throwing that outside of Sebastian Leclerc. Not sure what the decision's going to be. It could be forward from the Sharks. He's actually knocked the ball out of Sebastian Leclerc, which is a penalty if there's nothing before that last infringement. Billy Leroux wants to go and chat about something further up. And the referee's having to tell him to calm down and walk away. The referee is not happy at all with what Billy Leroux has to say. Big decision here. There's no grounding. So the question is this been like thrown out deliberately? Is there a potential penalty for the Sharks? Jordan Hendricks, I don't know why he's kicked it. He had 2 men on his right. He had 2 men on the left. Why he's kicked it, I have no idea. It's such bad decision making. It would have been a certain try. They had so many numbers. All right, here we go. Sebastian Leclerc versus Ethan Hooker. The ball bounced to the left-hand side here and comes off of Ethan Hooker, then into the hands of Sebastian Leclerc. And then he can't quite knock it, so he actually just knocks it out. So very, very interesting decision here to make from the referee. The first touch, I think, over here is from Ethan Hooker. There. He knocks it into the arms of Sebastian Leclerc, who then knocks it backwards. So the question is, does it move at all forward off of Ethan Hooker? Then while Sebastian Leclerc's on the ground, the ball's out of his reach in the first attempt, so all he can do is basically just slap it out before Maximo Pimpy, who is right there, can dart down. So the call is, there's no knock on here from Ethan Hooker, then there should be a penalty for, you can't just whack the ball out, so you can't pass the ball out or anything like that. And the question is then probably a penalty try. So that's why it's such a big decision. Big, big, big decision. Right, what's the call going to be? Yeah, from the referees. Trying to see if I can hear it. Penalty try. It is going to be a penalty try. I said that it's going to be a penalty try if that's the case. Right, massive moment in the game. Sharks will level the score. Sebastian de Klerk is in the bin, and that could yet make life very, very interesting in the game. Well, there we go. We need a bit of a spark to the game. We've just gotten it in the form of a penalty try as well as a sin binning of Sebastian de Klerk. Decision then is that, but I'm very confused because he basically said there's a knock from Ethan Hooker. So I don't know if it's a case of like the penalty being more. I actually I didn't actually hear what he said, the initial part. All I heard was the penalty try part. I potentially thought that it was a knock on first from Ethan Hooker, in which case it doesn't really matter what Sebastian Clark does because the first infringement is a knock on. So I need to go back and hear that, to be fair. But anyway, the main point is that it is 17 all, and Sebastian de Klerk is going to spend 10 minutes in the bin. So Sharks will have a numerical advantage up until about the 63rd minute. Can they make a count, though? Jaden Henderson goes to the boot. Villaroo goes up and it goes backwards off of Villaroo. Nope, forward, says the referee. So scrum now for the Sharks. To be fair, last time the Sharks had a scrum in a very simple. That's quite hectic. That some guys got the bull's horns with a shark impaled on it and the whole blood and gore for effect. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, so it's a Shark scrum. The last time the Sharks were in this area for the scrum, they actually conceded a scrum penalty, and the actual scrum itself because they went backwards so much. So the Bulls won't mind this. There's a much better scrum this time. Hendrickson goes to the left side and wasn't the best pass to Maxwell Pimp. He's done well. He's cut inside and is wrapped up by Master Garcia. Up towards the 10-meter line go the Sharks. Now corner roll. Good tackle on him from Ruin from Mark and Vilcolo. And Moscow wants to go and try and steal the ball. Unsuccessfully. Henderson now goes to the boot. It's not gone particularly far, but Pimpy's around there, as is Hatton, and bounces backwards of the court off of Bulls. And it falls back to the hands of, I think, Ulrich Lowe's eventually going to bring that. Yeah, it is Ulrich Lowe. Ball eventually goes down to ground. Ball available for Ambrose Papier on the halfway line. Goes to the left-hand side to Johan Krobler, his first carry of the half since coming on. Now the left-hand side, Villaroo goes to the boot. Kane Moody will give chase to try and put pressure on Fussy, but this actually might be a little too far. No. And Kane Moody managed to grab a hold of the shirt, and then Ethan Hooker comes in and takes the good pass from Upper Fussy. Good pressure from the Bulls, but the Sharks have dealt with it very well as well. Henderson now goes to Jason Jenkins, looking to try and create a bit of a better angle. Henderson lifts it high in the air. And yeah, Penkler takes it very, very well. And Hendrickson goes over the top, but looking for a bit of distance there. Good game management from Hendrickson. Just trying to put the Bulls further back in their own half. It's nice work there from the Sharks. Right, Bulls defensive line on the side, and that's how their own half. Down Krobler, a 5-man line out. And they go to Albert Lowe. Ruin for Mark. Decides to straighten himself. Not really the best decision, but he does retain possession. That's a horrendous kick from Ambrose Pierre. But it falls into the hands of Kane and Moody. He's done very well there under a lot of pressure. Now, Ambrose Pierre, well, he's been flattened by Oxen Chair, who's tripped. And, yeah, shame. Didn't mean to do that. Now, a bit of a penalty advantage. Long pass out from Billy LaRue, and Tim Khans eventually takes it. But, no, they're still playing on, yeah, as the referee. Now he's been picked up by Stedman Khans. Now they can go back for their penalty advantage. But yeah, poor Oxen Chair, I think, trips and just completely flattens Ambrose Pierre, who wasn't expecting it. But yeah, very clear penalty this time. And the Bulls at the moment have managed to wind down a good 3, almost 4 minutes of the yellow card without conceding anything at the moment. Right, a couple of changes are coming on for the Bulls. Here comes Jan-Hendrik Wessels as well as Francois Klopp. A very interesting decision to make these changes given how dominant the scrum was. This could be a bit of a leveler, actually. Look, if they continue the dominance, but I mean, what a shift for those two put in. Gerard Steenekamp, Wilco Low, absolutely tremendous. The question is, can they continue the dominance with the new props? Jan Krobler with ball in hand. Just past 10-meter line on the left-hand side there. And a bit of a messy line out, and it falls to Johan Goosen. Does very, very well. Now back down the left side from Ambrose Pierre. Johan Krobler throws out a pass, and then to juggle from Albert Low. Good skills from the number 8. And not rolling this corner well, but no penalty advantage. Managed to move in time. Moscow pops up to Jan-Hendrik Wessels. Good rolling that from Hatton. Back in the pocket, Jan Goosen goes to the boot. That's too far. Somebody needs to get there to compete. I mean, Johan Goosen, somebody asked, WRK, is there worse far than Goosen in SA at the moment? I don't think there is. GPs is playing badly. And it's not like they've got Jakob and Avalta anybody in the rings. I don't understand why I don't give him a go. Put a Chamberlain as well. A session with, well, deep as Maxwell Pimpy's got that completely wrong. Eventually managed to regather the ball inside his own 22. Very rarely kicks Maxwell Pimpy, and he's looking to try and run. Jan Krobler completes the tackle. Around there. Marcel Tia thought about having a go, but the clean was good. Back towards Hendrickson. He throws a long pass out wide to Yao Penkler. There's obviously a call. There's a bit of a gap. Harold Forster's there. And Jeff Van Heerden completes a good tackle. Slow ball is now for Jaden Hendrickson. Bulls just looking to really hang on with that yellow card at the moment. Hendrickson back to Hendrickson. Long to Fassi. Fassi shaping the kick. Eventually does go to the boot. Bit of a nothing kick that right. But anyway, Jan Goosen underneath it. He's going to chip and chase. Here's Jan Goosen. It's pretty well weighted. But into the hands of Pessi Boudelezi. Then throws the ball back inside. Backwards to the call. Andre Esteden throws Steban Ganshoff. But the ball eventually is dislodged. But a penalty for the Sharks. For being offside. Yeah, the game just starting to sort of slowly start to fall into the Sharks' not hands, but momentum definitely shifting towards the Sharks at the moment. Bulls need to get that yellow card back on the field and then start reaffirming their dominance. What they need is a couple of scrums. They are taking the points here. Jordan Hendrickson has got an absolute cannon of a boot. So he's going to have a go on the left-hand side, probably about 50 meters on the angle at altitude, I mean at sea level. So looking at the penalty here, Pipis Boutelezi throws the ball back inside. Not entirely sure where the offside is there, to be honest. There was no ruck formed. Jordan Hendricks, 76 left on the shot clock as he goes. And we know that distance won't be the issue over there. So has he got it? Looks like it's going to slide to the right-hand side. It does indeed. So he misses that. And very happy to dart it down for 22. And the main thing from a Bulls perspective, that's actually run the clock down for the yellow card, which should be back in about a minute or two. I think it's actually less than a minute at the moment. Get over the ball. Get over the ball. We're watching the kids. Oh, no, there we go. A little pillar post. Oh, a bit of a break from him. Then the inside step as well. Oh, jeepers me. A bit of kids rugby on the side. They're much more entertaining than the game in hand. As they go deep to Fassi, who's going to chip and chase. Villaroo, he's got it completely wrong. Fassi knocks it backwards into the hand, no, forward. Apparently, Villaroo got that completely wrong, though. I don't know if he just lost it or what the story was, but he was a bit nowhere. And I think that should be Sebastian Clark, maybe not quite on. Villaroo went backwards and then basically pulled out, and then they're coming off the hands of Apelele Fassi. I don't understand how that's forward, to be perfectly honest, but anyway. Well, it's another good scrum from the Bulls. There comes the dominance once again. New prop, same result. Shows you how good that tight five is, as well as the flanks, really. Chip and chase from Jan Goosen. Ball over the top, back into the hands of Andre Esterhuizen. And they'll go back for the penalty. But this Bulls scrum is impressive. It is very, very impressive. If they go on to win this game, it'll be due to that scrum. I mean, what a weapon. Absolutely lethal. Right, and it goes pretty good kick there from Jan Goosen, just shy of the 22. Right, Jan Koblot needs to be accurate here at the line out. A ball available, and Ambrose Pierre goes to Harold Forster. Wrapped up by a good tackle there from Pepsi Buthelezi. He's put in a good shift today as Pepsi. Now Hendrik Wessels looking to try and get back on the front foot. Gets away from a couple. He's still going down Hendrik Wessels. Just spinning out of tackles at the moment. Ball available there. Pick up and go from Harold Forster. Almost through a half gap. And now Jan Koblot pops it up to Cameron Harnekom. Back on the angle. Fighting hard. The tackle is Cameron Harnekom as the Bulls try and find themselves a bit of momentum. Still down to 14 men. Sebastian de Klerk should be on after the next phase. Jaden Hendricks over the ball, winning the penalty. So good in the breakdown is Jaden Hendricks, known as a bit of a rat goblin. Very, very good though, part of his game. Weird for a scrum off, but it's a big part of his game. And can see the penalty that will at least allow them to get Sebastian de Klerk back onto the park. So at the moment, it will go back to 15 on 15 as Jean-Andre Lavaskakny comes on to the park for corner roll. So he'll go into that second row. And it looks like we're going to see Sergio Peterson coming on for the Bulls. Interesting Bulls bench. No natural fly half on the bench. We've got Sergio Peterson, Devin Williams, and Keegan Johannes. Sintu Manjesi on the bench as well, coming back from injury after making his move back to South Africa. So Sebastian de Klerk managed to run on for 4 seconds, and he was then replaced on by Sergio Peterson. Interesting decision that from Jake White. So like I say, a bit late. Sorry, lads. See, injured. Yeah, apparently he's got a calf tear. Apparently it's got nothing to do with the supposed move to the Stormers. But you never know. You never know. Right, decent line at that. And Andre Stason goes to up. So it's actually Chevin Yukon. It's Oxen Chair in the midfield there. Interesting choice of ball carrier. And penalty for holding on. Well, not releasing as the call gets Cameron Honeycomb. That's right in front of the poles. This should be the Sharks into the lead. He's fuming as Cameron Honeycomb. Can't believe it. And yeah, easy decision here for Jordan Henderson. It's right in front of the poles. And this should be the Sharks back in the lead for the first time since, about 20 odd minutes? Right, big moment in the game. 14 minutes left. Not a lot of time for this Bulls side. We've been very dominant, but haven't been able to really get the points in the second half. And he's missed it. Oh dear. I mean, he's launched into the stands, but he's missed it. And how can you miss him right in front? Well, she can't believe it either. Fair enough. Fair enough. Justified reaction, that. And Cameron Honeycomb breathes one big sigh of release. Held up as the core here. I think it's going to be a Bulls scrum. What's going on here? The referee want to use your whistle? He's just clapping. I mean, really? Not as bit day with the whistle here, I think, as Mornay. But anyway, it's a Bulls scrum, so this should be a Bulls penalty. So Emmanuel Stuka just gets held up here. Oh no, runs into Jaden Hendrickson. So it's obstruction is the call. But accidental obstruction, which is why it's not a penalty, it's a scrum. But with the Bulls' dominance, it might as well be a penalty with how good they've been. But let's wait and see if they can get another one. First appeal with ball in hand. New front row for the Bulls. And then that's a good hit. Oh, Cheapers, look at the power. Look at the power. But it's a penalty for the Sharks for going skew base, not straight as the call. That's a big moment. Jordan Henderson will have his third attempt to try and take the lead. And Oxen Chair finally gets a bit of a reprieve. Huge call that. And he's going to have another go here. Goylock says, thank you for giving up your time. No, well, thank you for joining me. A bit of Saturday rugger. You know, would have just been on the couch, so might as well come and chat to the lads and ladies on the stream and those who identify as something else. And I mean, it's a big call that, and I mean, surely Jordan Henderson can't miss again on the halfway line, not an easy kick, but he's missed two. One, this is pretty much where it was last time, a bit further back and to the right, but right in front of the poles. And third time is the charm, I think. Yep, the flags are up and Sharks are officially in the lead with 10 minutes to go. Right, the restart from Jan Koersen down in the middle of the park and pretty deep as well to Jordan Hendrickson. He's finding good clearances, Jordan. And it's all right. It's outside the 22, not the best clearance, but Bulls will be on the front foot here. Good line at that. Very good running Moya as well. And penalty for the Bulls. Big moment. You can get themselves further down. Try and put them back in the lead. 20 points to 17. Less than 10 minutes on the clock. Could be a game down to the wire. I think I said Sharks by 3. To be fair, I wasn't expecting a whole bunch of their players to be ruled out. But I did say it was going to be a close game. So the deficit is, well, the difference is exactly what I predicted. Not currently the team. They're going for poles. I mean, Jan Kobler was sitting there like drying his hands for the lineup. Very, very interesting call this coming from Jake White. Not sure it's the right one. I mean, it's on the far left-hand side. It's a difficult kick here for Jan Klaassen. Why wouldn't you go for the flippin' try? He struck it very well, though, as Jan Klaassen's come off. No, it's gone wide. It's gone wide. I don't know why. Why would you take that? I cannot understand that decision. That actually, like, blows my mind. It's right on the left-hand side. It was going to be a difficult kick for Jan Klaassen. Nothing guaranteed at all. You've got the dominance. Kick to the corner. You've just had a rolling more. They went about 10 meters. I can't understand that call at all. That's bizarre. I mean, you lose the game. I look at that call and I think, what is going on there? Bizarre. And balls, cheapest balls everywhere. And eventually, I think it's been kicked back to the Sharks. This is absolute chaos. You tell me there wasn't a knock on somewhere in there. As BITDEFENDER sends this downfield, and Jan Klaassen has to go back and collect. He's got Sergio Peterson to his right. Sends it up for Sergio Peterson to give chase. BITDEFENDER's called for it. It comes forward of BITDEFENDER to the Bulls' side. Ambrose Appiah picks it up. Big tackle there coming from Maxwell Mapimpi. And that ball's gone dead. Hendricks will dart it down for a 22. Silly. The decision making from the Bulls is absolutely dreadful at the moment. Well, there goes Ambrose Appiah. He'll be replaced by Keegan Johannes. Right, scrum here. Is it a Bulls? Is it a Bulls scrum here? Oh, they actually went back for the scrum. I'm a bit confused about that. I thought it was advantage over when he kicked it, but evidently not. So it's a Bulls scrum on the halfway line. Big moment in the game. Get a penalty here. Go to the corner. Still time on the clock, but some weird decision making from the Bulls lately. Yeah, there it is. Look at that scrum. Look at that. Yeah, there's the penalty advantage. And Cameron Honeycomb breaks down the left-hand side. Goes to Billy LaRue. Billy LaRue's got Kanan Moody with him. Kanan Moody. Good angle being run. Oh, he's just sat down. Jaden Hinshaw loses the ball forward. They'll go back for the penalty on the halfway line. But that could have almost been very, very good from the Bulls. Now, decision time. I don't think go for the points. I'd be very surprised if they do. It is inside their own half, so Jan Goosen would have to give it a massive thump. Surely you go to the corner where you've been getting success from the maul. Like they should have done earlier when they could have had a 5-meter line out. Oh, Jane Hench, there was a big tackle coming there from Mavazera, which forced the pass from Kane Movie to drift forward. 5.5 minutes left on the clock here. Cameron Honeycomb down and receiving a bit of treatment. I think that's cramp, actually. Surely you're going to the corner here if you're the Bulls. No, he's taking the points. I cannot understand this. I cannot understand this. I mean, it's not an easy kick. It's about 54 meters. And the result... No, it's not going to get there. Oh, it might just get there. It's off the post. I can't fathom what thinking is here. It just doesn't make sense to me. Well, the Cameron Honeycomb's on that ball, wins the penalty. Go for the corner! Surely! I don't understand it. Well, Pepsi Buthelezi is not happy with the unending investors. I think the unending investors said something, and Pepsi Buthelezi is absolutely fuming. Interesting to see what's being said there. Yeah, I think unending investors made a comment to Pepsi Buthelezi, and Pepsi Buthelezi is not happy with it at all. Right, now they're going to the corner. I mean, really. Power's taken the... I mean, they were there 2 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago. And they decided to go for a touchline penalty attempt. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm nutty saying I didn't recognize either team without 50 points scored again. Yeah, tough times last weekend. I don't think the Bulls quite got 50, to be fair. Sharks did get 50. They got annihilated. Or was a man at the bottom? Yeah, but I say penalty advantage is a man at the bottom. The maul has been collapsed. Free roll the dice. The key in your hands. You go Steben Hunt. Nice carry, actually, given how many defenders there were there for him. Penalty. Kick here on the 5-meter line. Yep. Sharks under a lot of pressure. Probably lucky not to actually have a card. Right, 2.5 minutes. What can the Bulls conjure up here? There off goes JF on here, and here comes Sintu Manjezi. Nice line-out jumper to come on. How the Bulls have not sealed this so far, I can't understand. Right, there goes Cruz Visa. Is he back on? Yeah, what's this chat here? No, he's off. Why was he on? I'm confused. Ref, that's surely forward, yeah. And Kobalog goes himself. It's penalty advantage for the Bulls. Surely going to be a yellow card for the Sharks. Steben Hunt has lost it forward. I'll tell you what, almost didn't. Yeah, I'm about to say, there surely has to be a yellow card coming here for the Sharks. That's back-to-back penalties. On the 5-meter line, I'll go for the scrum here. because they're gonna lose a forward to the yellow card. Surely, I think, with all the penalties over here. No, that's the final warning. You can't really have your final warning in the 78th minute, can you? It's a bizarre decision, that. They're looking at potentially tap and go. Scrum, maybe? I would take a scrum. I mean, it's so blatant as well from Jason Jenkins. The ball's lost, and it's gone down and forward. Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. And with 2 minutes left to go, they've won a scrum. I don't support the Bulls, but I do have a bet riding on them, and they just cost me the money. Useless. Absolutely useless. Can't rely on them for anything. It's gone down. Yeah, I mean, the Bulls only hope he has a penalty. I don't know why they didn't go for the scrum. I can't understand why they didn't go for the scrum. I can't understand how the Sharks didn't have a yellow card, but I can't understand why the Bulls didn't go for the scrum there. They had so much dominance in the scrum. I think they've only had one scrum of their own that hasn't been a penalty in this half. That's how dominant the scrum's been. Weird decision making from the Bulls. Into the final minute, that reset has meant that this potentially could be the last play. They're just running the clock down, the Sharks. They're doing it very well, but they're running the clock down. And it goes to Andre Esthuizen. Bulls desperately need something here, but 10 seconds left. They'll just run a couple of phases here with all the Sharks, and then that should be it. And there goes red. How the Sharks have won this, I don't know, but they have. The Bulls, their own worst enemies, absolutely shocking decision-making. And the Sharks, from the jaws of victory, defeat, have managed to snatch that. 3 attempts on goal for Jalen. But I mean, this is the Bulls' fault. I said, I absolutely no sympathy whatsoever for them. They just decided not to win it, basically. I mean, they had all the chances. All the opportunities to go to the corner. All the opportunities to try and score the points. Bizarre decision-making. Anyway, people, that is the last weekend of SA Rugby before Christmas. We will see you guys again next weekend. Bulls supporters absolutely devastated, the fans. Unlucky. So, Sharks and Stormers getting the victories. Those two will be in action next weekend. So we'll see you guys all then in the live stream. Please do smash the like on the video.